Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the first edition of Talk on All with yours truly, the one and only Sophie B. Super duper excited because it's my first show. Yes, so many great things to come, and all you got to do is keep it locked right here. Of course, within Talk on All, we're going to have Hot Trends, JTV Hot Trends, where we're going to be featuring food, fashion, entertainment, and so much more. But on this edition of Talk and All, I'm going to be sitting down with a very phenomenal woman, my mother, Gwendolyn Rubain. She's going to be talking about life after 50. Also, we met up with a fabulous group. These guys are so awesome. They go by the name of Ill Minds. They have some really dope music, and I know you guys are going to enjoy it. All that and then some right here on Talk and All, ladies and gentlemen, and all you got to do is keep it locked. Talk and All, it's your girl, the one and only Sophie B, and I'm super duper excited because my first guest for my first show is none other than Gwendolyn Rubain, my mom. She was actually on an episode of JTV Hot Trends, our Mother's Day special, and I just felt that I needed to bring her back to the show because she touched on a topic called life after 50. So I wanted to talk to her a little bit more about life after 50. So Miss Rubain, welcome to Talk and All.
Thank you. It's a pleasure to be here.
Now, picking up from our last chat, you mentioned that you had to reinvent yourself, life after 50. Why was it important for you to reinvent yourself?
Well, growing up as a child, there were women my age, and they look, more than 50.
Right.
There's no particular roadmap. There's nobody to talk to unless you maybe talk with your mom and say, how is it at 50? What do I expect? Of course, I have a twin sister who's the same age, so we usually exchange notes. But for me, I find that after I got to 50 and I didn't have the responsibilities that I have of raising children and all that stuff, I had some time on my hand, and I figure, well, why not pay attention to yourself? Emotionally, spiritually, physically, whatever you want to call it. And so I went into looking after myself, grooming myself, researching, trying to find out more about who I am. So the more I read and the more I research, I found it was important to attend to self first,
Right.
before you can assist others.
Now, attending to self, it sounds so much easier than done. This is, of course, I'm assuming after you've raised your kids, you decided to give to yourself. But persons are of the view, once you reach the age of 40, you're old, life is over, basically. What are your views on that?
My view is absolutely not.
Right.
People say life begins at 50, but at 40, but I say life begins at 50 because you truly have an empty nest. There's nothing to do. What do you do besides pay attention to yourself? Now, some people might, from a child, like I said, the women at 50 would tie their heads and wear these long dresses and bobby socks and a little hat, and that's really a past era.
Right.
So I enjoy going to the spa, traveling. I still work, and hopefully this year or next year, I'll be retired.
Right.
And I can go to the four corners of the earth. Life to me, age to me is just a number.
Right.
I still feel like 25.
But
I might not look like 25, but I feel in my head.
Not too bad.
I still feel like I'm 25 outside of my challenges when my knees hurt and whatnot. But your mind shouldn't be idle. You should read. I'm a bookworm. I like reading. Like I said, I like doing research. Mostly my connection to Africa, because I feel before I leave this earth, I would like to know from whence I came.
Okay.
And so that has been my thing for the past couple of years, trying to find out my roots.
So, okay, you said persons should reinvent themselves, and life begins at 50, and older women tend to look, with the long skirt, the hat, whatever. But persons who try to, keep themselves looking young, they're then labeled as going through a midlife crisis.
I don't agree either. It's a mental thing. It's how you see yourself. How you feel inside, it always projects outwards. Some people feel like after you get to 50, you have to go to church every night, and you can't do this or you can't do that. And some persons have mentioned to me, oh, you're not wearing age appropriate clothes. I'm not going to wear a mini skirt exposing my legs and all that stuff. But I don't see why I have to wear a shift. You can find nice, attractive clothes, you know, that accentuate your body. You make up your face and you fix your hair,
And you look good.
And that in itself raises your self-esteem.
Right. And then
You know.
it attracts, younger guys.
Well, that too. You don't have to take it on. I mean, it's flattering.
Yeah.
It's flattering.
So you consider that taboo for a lady
No.
over 50 to entertain a younger guy?
No. Most of the guys say, well, they're not looking for an older woman. I mean, for a younger woman, they want a mature woman who's lived and, know what life is all about. There are some guys out there that just want to know, just to experience it. And then there are some guys that are serious about it. I don't think it's taboo, but you don't have to go like maybe 25 years or whatever.
But who makes the rules?
Nobody makes the rules.
Right.
It's like if you gel, if you get along, if you have fun, I don't see anything wrong with it.
You don't see anything.
I don't see a thing wrong with it. And that's another thing. It's all about socialization. As you know, I was born in 58. And so growing up, there
She
was...
gave away her age.
Yes, I'll be 60 on April 13, and I thank God for each day. So growing up, you can do this. Like, for instance, dating. You had to have one boyfriend. And after you date for 100 years, you will get married to this one person. But you weren't exposed. You didn't have the opportunity to choose. Well, there's something about this one that I don't like. This one has probably 2 other qualities I would like. This one 3, but you already settled for the person with 1.
Right.
So, like I said, socialization is sometimes an hindrance to young persons growing up in a society. But I was also subjected to this socialization thing. But as I grew older, I think it took me a long time, 45. I'm like, why do I have to follow what society? What do I want?
True.
What makes me happy? So yes, I said about and following my own rules and marching to my own beat. And some people are like, what's happening with you? I said, I've jumped out of that box. You don't have to be caged. Once you could be happy, and then that's another thing, nobody around you can make you happy. It comes from in here. You find peace within. And so that's what I've been striving for the last 15 years or so.
Right. So at almost 60, you would say that you're completely content.
I wouldn't
With-
say completely, because it's a journey. Life is a journey. It's not really a destination, because every day I learn something new. And that's why I can't understand how persons could stay home and, be happy to I just have to keep going. And like I said, reinventing. Sometimes you might look at the TV and say, oh, I like that style. Maybe I'll get that for myself. There are no restrictions. I mean, you have to be respectable, yes, but I don't want to be restricted by societal norms.
Right.
Some of these things were made up by people who are uptight and, oh, you shouldn't do this, you can't go here. I don't believe in that stuff. If when he said this is what she wants to do, this is what she's going to do.
Right.
All right.
All right. Well, words of wisdom to maybe somebody who's hitting 40, like myself, hitting 40 soon, 45, 50. Words of advice. I mean, you gave a lot in there, but your final words of advice for ladies' life after 50.
I can give advice, but like I say, it's a desire. It's what you want. I don't want to say you come and you make 50. This is what you should do. You're not gonna. Everybody's not gonna feel the same. Like I said, it was for me. After I got divorced, my kids left.
We left. No, I'm just
Well,
kidding.
you know what I meant. You left the nest. What do? You said, oh, I'm so lonely. No. I get a nap. Backpack, I throw it on my back, I go somewhere. Or sometimes, mommy, where are you? I'm somewhere sitting on the beach or something, reading a book.
I'm going to the spa.
It's my time. Or I go and I get a massage, I do something. But some people feel like, oh, no, that's not for me. I talk to a lot of friends, classmates and whatnot. And even technology, I would say, send me an attachment. But you know me now to do that, I have to go find my child. It's nothing difficult.
Right.
You try, you experiment until you achieve.
So
It's
that's
not
the
a
thing.
big-
How do they get out of that thing that once you reach a certain, oh, I don't mess with the technology.
Yeah,
I don't
I
drive.
don't want to do this. I can't tell them. I can't tell them. It has to be. And there's this saying that says, when the student is ready, the teacher appears. You must be ready. And I think at 45, I was ready because all these revelations were coming. I too, at one point, had seen myself, well, okay, I'm 45, Sophie has kids, that this one have kids, so maybe I shouldn't. Oh, no, it's your life. I mean, he promises you three scores and 10. So April 13, I'll be 60. That leaves me with 10. Well, if you have good health and whatever else they say, you can live to be a little older. So at what point in your life do you decide, well, it's time for me to enjoy myself? At what point? So it's I can't tell people what to do. I know what makes me tick, what makes me happy, and so I go about doing it. Another bonus that comes with age is that you're allowed to be yourself. Now, if I don't like something, I'm going to say I don't like it. Growing up, it was like, yeah, I like it. Even though in my mind, I know I really don't like it. But to avoid hurting the person's feeling, I would say, yeah, it's okay. But I feel like I'm liberated. I don't like it. I don't want it. People say I'm disgusting at times, but what? Some people say I'm disgusting, but it's not being disgusting. It's just getting what you want. If you don't ask for it, you don't get it. You can't expect people to assume, well, I think you might want this. No, you said, I like to have this or I don't want that. It's as simple as that. And I was not, well, yeah, I would say my grandmother was saying, from a child I was really outspoken. But somewhere in the middle, I became very passive and I didn't say much. But as I got older now, I see that that barrier has been removed and I'm not inhibited. I say what I want. I'm not rude or anything. But I express myself the way I want to express.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, it was definitely a pleasure having you here on this set with me. My first show on Talk and All, official sit down. And again, I thought it was very important to have you back because when I had you on JTV Hot Trends, that was like one of the best moments that I had on that show. So I had to start off this show with a bang and with you. And again, I want to say thank you for coming. Of course, I hope to have you back so you can talk about life after 60. Anything final you want to get out there to the people of the BVI?
Yes, to the BVI. No, I'm talking to ladies in my age group. I'm not going that broad. I'm just going to say if you have any fears, don't incarcerate yourself. As Bob Marley said, you liberate yourself, free yourself from mental slavery. It's just you. Nobody can do it for you. Everybody gonna say, well, I think you should do this. No, do it like this. No, do it the way you want to do because only you know what it is you need to do.
All right. Well, thank you very much, Mother. There you have it, ladies and gentlemen, Miss Gwendolyn Rebane, Life After 50. So if you were feeling any kind of way about turning 50 or 60, I hope she helped and made you feel a whole lot comfortable about getting older. All right, ladies and gentlemen, when we come back, we're going to get to sit down and chit chat with Ill Minds, a new music group here in the BVI, okay? So you guys don't want to miss it. Keep it locked. Talk and All. Welcome back, Talk on All, ladies and gentlemen. More of our Hot Trends features. Ill Minds, a new group formed here in the BVI. These guys are super awesome, inspired by Phil Collins, Tupac, and the list goes on. They're all about soul, the mind, being conscious and just being positive, and they want to share that with you through their music. We had the opportunity to sit down with them and find out more about them, and we want y'all to check it out. JTV Hot Trends, it's your girl, the one and only Sophie B. And of course, we love to bring you the 411. And today we're chilling at Aromas, a nice spot at the Tortola Pier Park. And we're chilling with this group, and they go by the name of Ill Minds. And I'm here with
Keems from Ill Minds.
And you are?
So,
Soul. Now, you guys are a brand new group on the scene. Tell us a little bit about Ill Minds.
well, Ill Minds is that new flavor, you know what I mean? That's soulful music, you know what I mean? Just everything, just any genre, you know what I mean? Not to be cocky, but yeah,
Any genre.
any genre.
Okay. So tell us a little bit about Ill Minds, the group Ill Minds.
Ill Minds is like a movement. You check? It's spiritual, intellectual, everything. We break down different type of aspects of life. Fun times, good times, times where the eye can't see. That kind of way.
Now you talk about spiritual and the mind and all of that stuff. Normally you see younger groups, they tend to go on, the more hip hop side, talking about the girls, the cars, the drinks. I know you mentioned fun, but why did you guys decide to touch the spiritual aspect of music?
Because basically, really and truly, that's us, and as one get older and then you get more entwined with yourself. You understand? And also, we're not saying anything wrong with the drink, the fun, the girls, cause sometimes we're gonna hit you that because it's also an aspect of life. You understand? So, and also it's like different, and it seems to us that is needed out there. You check because it's like people forget about reality. You living in reality, and people forget about reality. You check, you know what I mean? So why not touch on it?
Yeah, I agree. So, how long have you guys been an actual group within the BVI?
Well, we started last year, 2017, January, around that. We just say we're going to come together and do this thing for real, you know what I mean? But we know each other a very long time.
Right.
Yeah.
So, what are some of the things that you've done as a group so far? I mean, have you released an album, an EP? What are some of the things you've done so far?
Well, we have released a single, Day One After Armor.
Mm.
Yeah, we also have a video coming. We're working on that. We have Save Me, and we have an album coming out, Illegal Intent.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're working on that.
All right. So, when it comes to producing, writing, and producing the music, how does that go? Does everybody do their part in terms of putting material together?
Yeah, basically we come together. We write our part. I write my voice. He write his voice. We let each other see, decide whether it could stay or not. Or scrap it and check, and then we go to the booth.
Right. So, okay, so take us there. Take us to a night that you decide, listen, I feel like writing a song. Run us through the process of how it is for you to prepare that song.
Really and truly, it'll come like an enlightenment. Cause now we may sit down somewhere and just hold a meditation, talking, vibing and stuff, and then you know, tutus a song come out of it. And check either he go home, go along his way and say bye. So like a new tune, you check on the same vibe we were talking or vice versa.
Right.
Yeah.
All right. So, where are you guys hoping to see yourselves within the next, let's say, 5 or 10 years in terms of music? Because I think everybody's dream is to basically cross over the mainland, to get out there. What are your dreams and your hopes for the next 5 to 10 years?
Well, my dreams and hopes is for us to like just reach out to the wall and so the wall could hear us, you know what I mean? Because we got a lot to say and a lot to show, you understand? And we more like on a positive beat in life right now. So we just want to share that with the wall, you understand? So I would like for us to just reach out there to the people and people love us and so forth, you understand?
All right, sounds good. Well, so if I ask you guys to basically give me a little freestyle, a little, because you're soul. So I'm gonna assume that you got the pipes, you to sing. I might be wrong. You shouldn't assume, but your name is Soul, so I'm assuming that you could give me a little soulful something.
Walking through the valley of life, we refuse to fear evil. In the darkest corners of night, we lost many people. This is the battle of life and strife. Niggas at your back with a knife. Who can you trust in this wicked world? Bitches set you up when you fall deep in lust. Back and forth in jail cells like you tattooed handcuffs. This is the life of the rugged and rough. Realizing this world, only few give now hold a vibe with my people, chanting down this evil. Bullet burns my flesh like nails. I'm a black Christ. We went from rags to riches. That's water turned to fine wine. At the table I dine with my closest dogs. I'm a lion at heart. Won't let this world tear me apart. I killed Judas before he get to take me to the cross. Walking on water, moving across the borders. How could I survive without all my supporters? They tell me I should satisfy, living off their breadcrumbs. Woe be unto man that will settle for the slums.
All right. So now I gotta ask, like, who inspires you? Some of your inspirations in terms of music. I don't know. I want to go to a little Tupac, a little.
Yeah, man, Pac, Machiavelli, Busy Bone, Bone Thugs, Peter Tosh, Bob Marley, Phil Collins.
Phil Collins.
Yes,
One
sir.
of my favorite artists.
Yeah,
Okay.
man.
Oh, a little shakado, but okay. All right, so we want to hear what you coming with now. What you got to say?
Well, what he says, Tupac, Busy Bone, Bone Thugs, Lincoln Park, Jay-Z, Nas, Migos. It goes all over. It goes.
Okay, so give us a little taste of what you can do.
I'm not ungrateful. I thank you, Father, for these blessings. Because even through the quiet times, man, has been a lesson. After the storm came the calm. That's why I thank you for the love from my mom. Recognizing love all along while we all just can't get along. Love, peace, and unity. Say these politicians, they've been communities and each one teach one, for the system was there to keep us down, but for now we gotta rise, march along with ill minds as we enlighten all minds. You see, the truth was never told, we was blinded by the light, for the darkness is what we knew. Oneness, so until I'm laid to rest, I'ma always be the best. Oh Lord, preserve this life I live, for I lost so many, pouring out the henny, cause nowadays niggas ain't living to see 20.
All right, good stuff, ladies and gentlemen. Ill Minds. Now, I know we just recovering. We're still in recovery mode from Hurricane Irma, but hey, people still liming, people going out. Y'all planning to do any appearances, anything?
Well, we would like to get on that kind of beat, yeah, where we could do our little shows here and there. So yeah, y'all could call us, man.
Okay, how can they get in contact with you?
Well, Black Sage Entertainment is on Facebook, and it's also Ill Minds Music Group. You can find us on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and all the social medias. You understand? Ill Minds Music Group.
All right, good stuff. Well, it was a pleasure hanging out with you guys. I think you guys are very talented. You could definitely feel a spiritual part of the group. And then you got, the little hardcore, Tupac side. Yeah, I like that for sure. So, again, it was a pleasure hanging out with you guys. Anybody y'all want to shout out before we go?
Well, shout out to my mom, my dad. You know what I mean? Enough love, my family, friends, Ill Mind fans. You know what I mean? Zone 6. Yeah.
All right. And Mr. Soul?
Yeah, man. Shout out to the whole Tatola, family in particular, mommy, daddy, Malik, daddy love you. Black Sage, live.
All right, good stuff. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it's a wrap. Your girl, the one and only Sophie B. Make sure y'all look out for Ill Minds. These guys doing some really, really great stuff. All right. Until next time, y'all. Bye bye.
Now I could see you trapped in the system. No one knows your struggle, feeling lonely. How could you not care for another when you've been betrayed by your brother? The people are dying from hunger, so Papa working hard with no slumber. Now children left alone with no guidance, growing in a garden as wildflowers. Close your eyes, and let us bring love to this world again. Close your eyes, and let us bring love to this world again. We could never forget this. So many thoughts and reckless. Was on the straight narrow till Irma came and bent this. I made a call to the plug, hoping I would not regret this. For that shit that numbs your mouth, I got more than a dentist. Now how could I pretend this? I was Dennis the menace. Trouble was always endless, and I was always fearless. Singing them raps at my slingshot, the bubbling pop, drop the black bubbling drops. My point being, I never stay down, never wanna see my son frown. Always find a way out, my little boy can wear his crown. Government got me working so hard now and still ain't see my pay. So I'm back to my old ways. Got everything you need like eBay. It's your product, no delay. Rush before the curfew, 12 on the way. I'm in this full line for hours, I can barely wait. Decisions, survival is my forte. Would you look in your mind, see what it's all about? Things get harder all across the border. Children suffer, buildings broken down and falling on the lightning strike with heavy wind and thunder. What won't kill you, make you stronger? Day one after Irma. Would you look in your mind, see what it's all about? Things get harder all across the border. Children suffer, buildings broken down and falling on the lightning strike with heavy wind and thunder. What won't kill you, make you stronger? Day one after Irma.
It was the great equalizer. Yeah, we are the survivors. For those that didn't make it, yeah, let's have a moment of silence. Virgin Islands, we strong. Forever we gon' live on. Live on.
there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Ill Minds. Make sure you cop their album when it comes out. They also got a new video coming out, as they said. And you can check them out also on all social media outlets. All right. More to come, ladies and gentlemen, right here on Talk and All. Keep it locked. Here we are, ladies and gentlemen, to the end of Talk and All. I really don't want to say goodbye. Of course, it's our first episode, but hey, all good things must come to an end. But I would just like to say thank you so much to my mom, Gwendolyn Rubain, for passing through the set and having a word with us. Also, Ill Minds for having a word with us as well. Also, I would like to say thank you to Digicel, the Bigger Better Network, for sponsoring Talk on All on JTV. Also, ladies and gentlemen, coming up on the next episode of Talk on All, I will be sitting down with Dr. Virginia Rubain, and she's going to give us an insight into why people cheat. I don't know. She seems to know, and she's going to answer that question on the next episode of Talk and All. And all you got to do, ladies and gentlemen, is keep it locked. Until Sophie B comes your way again, this is where I'm going to say bye-bye.